Recently learned about this guy called the Silver Lake Spankologist, and I can't tell if it's real. It's a 70-year-old doctor who spanks people to cure them. There's a video on YouTube. It's safe.
I'm a spankologist, and I've been doing this for almost 40 years, and I am about to introduce this young man to a session.
It sounds like a threat. Jesus Christ. Man, he looks like, what's his name, Dr. Kevorkian? Let's take a peek at spankology. I might not be familiar with this discipline of medicine. Neurospankology, the neuroscience of spanking. Here's something from 7 years ago from BuzzFeed called We Tried Spank Therapy. So this looks like a real thing. I'm using the term real thing so loosely. I just mean there are some people that practice it.
And what's your name?
My name is Brace. About an hour ago, I was bent over the waist of a 72-year-old, I believe, man wearing a doctor's coat, who used his hand as an implement of both healing and pain.
So be comfortable.
Okay.
As all the best medicine does.
Position here, so you can hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did most of the talking. We just kind of let him show us what he was all about.
Stand over here. Now look at this. Now this is how you get access.
I see. Yeah. You want to touch him.
Okay, doctor, far be it from me to question a medical professional, but are we sure? Who's that helping? At the end, is it for her benefit or yours? Are you sure? You sure I can watch this here? This doesn't. I mean, it is medicine. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to do the dirty work of spanking a tuchus every now and then. Let me just skim through to make sure there's no nudity. You can only do so much healing on a clothed bottom. We're going to need to take down her trousers here for this next procedure. She's got a lot of tension on her L4, and in order to relieve that, it's going to need to be skin-to-skin contact.
I came there to learn.
Here's a butthole here, and you're.
Oh, you're directly smacking the butthole.
Spanking actually cures people of high blood pressure, because
is that right?
Your butt will talk to you. Yeah, I mean, they talk to me.
They talk a lot of shit. I'll tell you that much.
What they can handle, what they can't.
Gotcha.
And I'm not a medical doctor,
Well.
but I specialize in this particular area.
He's an asshole sorcerer.
This is not sexual. This is necessary.
What? You know, I just have maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe the reason I feel so fragile is I'm not having my brown balloon knot slapped enough. I need to book a spankology appointment.
His wife is the one that sending him.
And this is not sexual.
No.
Why do you caress it? How can that possibly help with the healing?
Looking for here.
Stress and stuff like that. You know.
No boner detected.
He had no boner detected when he was spanking me.
I was more surprised that he was interested in my ass at all.
I don't think he's interested in it from I believe him.
Yeah.
She's got a good butt.
Thank you. I'm pretty open-minded as a person.
Does this guy have a website? Can I book an appointment? I'll go out to Silver Lake for a little spank session. What was it, Dr. Don? You have no ass, though? Yeah, which will be a fine challenge for him. Dr. Don will see my Hank Hill cheeks, and he'll be like, well, we're going to have to figure something else out here. Then he'll start getting me with 1,000 years of pain spanks. Oh, no, he has a Facebook page. Oh, wow, wait, he's in L.A. He'd ask you to leave. He bends me over his leg and he's like, you think this is a joke? You come to my sacred facility with these? Get out. Get out, scoundrel. It was like slapping therapy, but kinky. Yeah. They must come from the same discipline. I can't find any info on how I'd possibly book an appointment, but I am so curious. He does have a book, it's called Red Tail Bible. Oh yeah, you're right. Red Tail Bible from Dr. Don Edwards. For someone who's been involved in the world of BDSM for over 30 years, there's one particular thing that was missing when it came to adult spanking, and that's the specialty of male-to-male adult spanking. What? You just said this wasn't sexual, and you immediately referenced BDSM for your book? I don't know what to believe. Is this not supposed to be therapeutic? It's supposed to relieve high blood pressure, Don. I also appreciate that he was investigating. Like, he wasn't just in there, you know, lollygagging. He was in there trying to get down to the brass tacks. He was checking for boners. He was spreading his cheeks. Like, man was doing the due diligence. Don is a professional. He's got a couple books. So he's got the Red Tail Bible, which is about the spanking. He's got another one called Behind Closed Doors, The Secrecy of Darkness. If you've been spanked as a child, then remember it was not fun, but lately you've been hearing more and more about adult spanking as part of a foreplay or brought up in playful conversation and start to wonder, now that you're an adult, how it may feel to either spank someone else or be spanked. How many books have you written on spanking, man? Here's another one. Spiral Dynamics in Action, Humanity's Master Code, Russian edition. I don't... How does this relate to spanking? Well, let me skim through. I'll have to watch the whole documentary on my own, but I want to skim through just a little bit. So it looks like they spend the day getting to know Dr. Don, and the spanking therapy is mainly just like the start of it that got them interested in this really interesting character.
About history, do you think things could have gone differently if they had been spanked? Obviously, Hitler, but
If I could spank any president, it'd probably be John Kennedy.
do you think Oswald acted alone?
Oswald, well, I don't even think Oswald did it.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Well, it went straight in. You know,
Asking the hard-hitting questions. It's about goddamn time. So then they get... Oh, man. They get deep. Like, this is what happens when you get spanked. You start opening up your third eye. And that's important. This is more than just relieving of high blood pressure. This is an awakening. Are we sure this is real? I mean, dude's written 2 books on it, and he's selling the books. It seems like he's kind of based his whole life around his spankology. This also seems like it's kind of old. Like, this was posted 3 months ago, but I'm pretty sure this video is far older. At least based on this, because Dr. Don hasn't had a spankology session that I can track in quite a while. He's just getting so many bookings he can't keep it updated. That could be it. Well, this was an interesting little rabbit hole. I'm going to finish this documentary later. It's such an interesting character. Put his website in the Wayback Machine, and the quote that pops up is, "Bend over and take it like a man." Dr. Don, you dirty dog. There's nothing as useless as those YouTubers, self-help gurus that just feed you inspirational cliches and tell you that if you keep buying their books, you'll magically manifest success and riches, somehow be getting laid all the time, you'll be getting more pussy than a pair of panties. They just keep pumping these programs that are extremely expensive that are somehow convincing desperate people that by spending money on this program, it will allow them to become these successful alpha males. It's fucking sad. It's not helpful, it's useless. It's not even goofy, it's just pathetic. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. It's taking advantage of people that are extremely vulnerable, maybe just going through a rough period, and they see these 2-hour-long videos that it's manifest your second brain in order to make $1 million, and then it's just useless quotes, useless sentences, and then sometimes them just selling a product that is, again, just preying on your vulnerabilities. I absolutely hate that whole self-help guru community for the most part. I do think there are genuinely good people that try and help other people through their own life experience and telling them certain things, but those people aren't usually the ones selling $2,000, $5,000 programs that are basically just telling you, quit your job, buy a suit, get a dog, hit the gym, and then purchase my shungite crystals to rub over your body in order to align your chakras with success. Then all of a sudden the stork or the tooth fairy's gonna drop $50,000 under your pillow tonight. It's just absolute fucking garbage. And kind of stemming from that, I found on stream one time that there's entire channels built around just these long, hour-long, 2-hour-long videos where it's some narrator just saying things like, "I will manifest my money," My success is entirely in my own hands, and I will be successful. This is just completely worthless, and it's just a lot of bad nonsense, so I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. This is why all billionaires wake up at exactly 4 a.m. What? Is it like something magical and mystical, like 3 a.m. being the witching hour, 4 a.m.'s the billionaire time?
Why are successful people waking up at 4 a.m. and not a different hour? What is the secret behind it?
Is this satire? This is definitely a skit.
Well, they know how their brain works, and they take advantage of their brainwave states and brain chemistry.
Sounds like
brain
Microsoft
produces
Sam when you
electrical patterns,
put the
often
bass all the way
referred to as
down.
wave. But when you wake up this early, you are between theta and alpha.
Wow.
The mind is capable of deep and profound learning, being fully aware and focused with an effort.
So pretty much this whole channel and multiple channels like it all have the same style where it sounds like God narrating and giving horrible advice. It seems like more of just a prank than anything to see if they can convince people to wake up at 4 a.m. just to laugh at them.
Why do they go to bed so early? Between 10
Aliens.
p.m. and 2 a.m. is where you can get the most from regenerative and deep sleep.
That's so
After 2
arbitrary.
a.m., sleep lacks the. This one is responsible for the repair and restoration of the whole body.
Fine, I'm gonna get up at 4
In order
a.m.
for this 10 p.m. reaction
become
to
a
take
billionaire.
place, your
Whatever.
body needs to slow down, which
Wake up at
translates
4 a.m.
into
one time,
reduction
release
of
an
your
NFT the
mental
next
and
day.
Physical activity. Studies show that if you go
This
past
feels
the 10
evil.
p.m. bedtime, you'll find it more difficult to fall
brainwashing.
asleep. Early risers, and they don't need to ask for it.
No, you can wake up
That
at 4 a.m. and
science
still be
of
a
early
loser.
Morning hours is what helps them
Plenty of
use
people
their
do it.
potential to the maximum. High level.
What do they even gain out of making this video?
Disciplined morning
It's just all
guides
wrong.
them towards a whole day of discipline, and this is exactly
What-
what supports
like,
their successful life.
Are they selling sleep?
Peaceful
Is this a
and
mattress
quiet
company?
time you get
What is this channel? Is it all like this? Just blatantly wrong and weird shit? It goes straight to your subconscious mind. I am. Affirmations for success, wealth, and happiness. Bro, I wish you could just listen to a video. It's like, you are going to make $1 million today. And it just like happens. It's like, damn, alright, thanks for affirming it. This is so sad. Like, there are absolutely people, I have no doubt, for the last 3 years this has been up. They listen to this daily and are wondering why they're still not a millionaire. It's super cult-like, really. They really try and convince people that one of the big secrets to billionaire success is the fact they get up at 4 a.m. specifically, or just being an early riser. Even though, if you get up at 4 a.m. for the rest of your life, there's a almost 100% chance you won't become a billionaire.
I am love, and I am compassion.
I am esports.
Deficiencies transform through love and acceptance. Today, my own well-being is my main priority.
Yeah.
I completely trust my inner voice.
Well, that's not always like the best
The
guide.
more I get to know myself.
Man, they made a killing off this trend. I am rich.
I release all negative energy over money. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I use money to better my life and the lives of others.
Not wrong when channel has almost 8 million
Wealth
subs,
constantly
10 million
flows
views.
into my life.
It is coming easy.
Money is the root of joy and comfort.
I'm sure there's more than money for happiness,
Money and
right?
spirituality can coexist in harmony. Money and love can be friends.
Quick, everyone, check your bank accounts. Is it
Money
going
is
up?
my servant.
Is it working?
I am the master of my wealth. I can handle massive success with
For everyone
grace.
listening, I began listening to this daily last year,
Money
2020. Now
expands
in
my life's
2021, I've
opportunities
doubled
and
my income.
experiences.
Moving into an apartment twice as big and have thousands
Money
in my
creates
savings.
positive impacts in my life.
Alright, well now that we've manifested some money, I'm gonna go manifest a little bit of a tinkle into my toilet. Hey, hopefully you all did your positive affirmation exercises while I was away. Do we have any new millionaires in here now? Techniques to activate the second brain. It's about time. Who discovered
Human
that?
is a very important bio battery that can be charged, can store and get energy. People are success because
Oh, those are the same
they-
channel.
they know
Jesus
how to
Christ.
Focus, so energy very scattered and you lose energy.
So where is the second brain
years old, you don't
located?
get sick, do you?
No, a long time. So the Westerner discovered that intestinal.
That's where the
here,
poop lives.
the structure of intestinal is like a battery.
No, it's like a
Negative,
septic
positive,
tank.
negative, positive. Scientists, they discover the second brain there 100 years ago.
The second brain is where my
Until now,
shit
they still
goes.
don't know what to do. But now they just after
No wonder I'm having
100
such a hard
years,
time
they have a
activating it.
breakthrough. The small intestine, the large intestine, they cover them and they dilate them. Now I understand that, oh, this is what the Tao always
It's
talk about.
close enough, I
The
guess.
center of
He's
this
getting in there. The second
new
brain
organs
hides in the
is
intestines.
in the center of the navel. Warm, and this also a battery can store energy.
So is it
People
better to have it
blaming
surrounded
that.
by poop?
So all what we do now,
Do I need to,
all the
like,
people now is
Get addicted to
exhausted.
laxatives or what?
Because the battery, now you have to find balance. Some of them is too extreme.
This is supposed to be a technique to
And
activate
too
my
extreme,
second
you
brain.
hate people, and you keep
I haven't learned any techniques.
and your neck go like this. Okay, chin.
I'm exhaling. Whoops.
And now when you exhale, you curve down. So you curve everything down. Inhale. Exhale. Curve enough that
Alright,
you
I can see
feel-
through walls now.
So we have breathing in, golden light into your spine and your brain, and exhale. Cloudy and gray color out.
Fuck, all right.
Sometimes
I've
we just
ascended.
let go all the
Jesus, this is still-
down to the ground.
Yeah, it
When
still has
you
fucking
do for
6
a while,
minutes?
You rub your hand warm. And
Was
you
I
go
levitating?
warm.
Did you guys see me like
You
lifting
set
off my
up.
chair? I felt
And
like I
you
was
pain.
really starting to get up.
You
You disappeared there for a minute.
Okay, the energy, the people.
This is people encouraging each other. It has nothing to do with the videos. Fear in the kidneys is like an eye-opener because when some people are afraid, they will pee themselves. This makes so much sense. Also, when I'm nervous, I feel sick. Notice how he said inhale and a golden light enters your brain and spine, and exhale and a dark cloud and smoke leaves your body. Truly a wise master. He knows visualization and breathing are the key. Wow. Yeah, that was an eye-opener. Well, my second brain is firing now. Yeah, needless to say, these exercises were extremely effective. I've now been using 2 brains, which makes me just about twice as smart as your average middle schooler. I have been going fucking wild with my newfound superpowers. My X-Men genes have awakened, and I am now above the normal mortal coil. I am above you mere humans, thanks to these inspirational experts who have given me all of the information and tools I'd need to clear the poop out of my second brain to keep it clear and functioning appropriately and keeping the battery charged. But this is the exact shit I'm talking about. It's actual worthlessness. I'm sure being told that you're special and things are going to go great helps somebody, but when you're trying to market it as like a real thing, or even worse, this isn't too bad since the videos are free, but if you're trying to market like a program that's just this shit, I think it's truly just kind of evil to prey on people's vulnerabilities and wanting them to believe that by listening to your shit or constantly buying your products, it'll help them be more successful, when you know that it's not, because it's just absolute nonsense like this. Listening to these endless, like, brainwashing seminars is never going to allow you to conjure money magically. You're not going to be some kind of finance bender like in the Avatar universe or something with money instead of an element. It just isn't going to happen. It's just really, to me, very silly and evil, again. So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit since I recently found this whole community that does videos like this. Not all of them sell things associated with, a lot of them are just these really long videos that are just constant affirmations and just repeating of cliches. And like I said, I'm sure that does help some people like maintain a positive outlook, and that's fine. But overall, I just find the entire thing to just be a little scummy. So I just wanted to talk about it just a bit, and that's it. So yeah. As technology continues to evolve, so do scammers. They continuously adapt and find new ways of fucking people in the ass. Most recently, I've noticed a lot of people taking advantage of the Ukraine-Russia situation where people are setting up fake donation links to help Ukraine when, in actuality, it's just going directly to the scammer. I've seen a ton of YouTube live streams popping up where it's a channel impersonating the official Ukraine account and posting a bogus donation link to a crypto wallet that they own, and it just goes right into their piggy bank, and it's just really fucked up shit. What I'm saying is there's always tons of scams that are constantly changing. If you've played RuneScape, you have probably been scammed yourself. However, there's one scam as old as time. It's psychic energy manipulation, fake martial arts and shit like that. honestly just genuine anime shit where people really believe in this idea that if they focus on their breathing hard enough and really get in tune with their chakras and their belly, they can generate fucking Kamehameha blasts from the palm of their hands as well as set up force fields. It's a scam that's been around since I was a kid. I used to laugh at it when I was young, and I'm still laughing at it today. And it's just as popular, if not more popular now, than it's ever been.
So don't be frightened of your passion and your dark energy. Please use it in this. You can put the thumbs up if you like. It's to make contact with our source of power, the Hara, the Tantien, center of energy in the body. And when I say breathe out, and you blow out a black smoke, which is all the negativity, the tiredness, anything that is pain in your body, just breathe it out.
All of these classes sound like fanfic from the instructor. We're going to need to use your negative energy. We're going to have to harness that darkness within each and every one of you. Every heart has its darkness, and today we're going to channel that power into the most devastating, destructive event since the fucking meteor that killed the dinosaurs. So get ready. Get into the belly, the center, the poo-poo-ba-boo-boo, and we're going to channel all of that energy from your center and blow it out. He talks about, like, expelling all of the negativity and shit. Like, just breathe out all of the problems. That'll surely fix it. Oh, you're homeless? Just breathe better, idiot.
And then I say, look up. Hold the energy down into your body. And lock it in the belly. Look up, look up. Hard, hard. Yes, it's coming out this way. Good.
I love this maneuver right here. They're looking like vampires that just got exposed to sunlight, so they're starting to melt. It's like a Redditor leaving the basement for the first time in 10 years. Now, this video is a video I saw like 7 or 8 years ago now, and it's just a timeless classic. I think it illustrates the entire problem with this scam top to bottom in a nice, easily digestible 7-minute video, which I will of course be breaking up and just showing you the greatest hits here in a nice little montage, give you the cliff notes. But it has everything. It has all of the dumb pseudoscience jargon, it has goofy posing, it has force fields and energy blasts, and it even has immediate regret, which I won't spoil.
And I say, bend your knees, cross the arms, and then break the chains.
Oh my god. It's all over. He broke the chains. No one's safe. That was the only thing keeping him in line, keeping his power in check. He's gonna rampage now! Fuck! He's free! Ah! And we thought the chains would be enough to hold him down! God damn it! This is the end. I just love this shit so much, man. I really fucking do.
Break the chains!
I love the guy in the red looking like Conan O'Brien over there. He's really getting wild and wacky with it. I actually thought for a second he was breaking real chains. He sold the performance so well. Just look at him go. He's experiencing a real exorcism. Maybe there is superhumans amongst us, and this is probably one of them.
More power, more passion, more power. Big. Look into the hands. Look into the hands. Look into the space between. Yes. Good, good, good.
I used to do this exact same thing when I was a child after watching Dragon Ball Z. They're making spirit bombs right now. It's a little spirit bomb making workshop. And I don't think any amount of opening of their third eye is going to necessarily create a real spirit bomb there. Unfortunately, I wish that were different, but it's a lesson I learned the hard way and one that they probably will too soon. This looks like a scene out of the movie Midsummer. Like, this is all very cult-like shit.
Good. 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 Yes, Magnus. Good. Good. Yes.
That's looking like me when I was trying to dance at clubs back in college. Dude's hitting like a mean TikTok dance or some shit there. He's having a full body experience right now. And I love this guy. This guy's so fucking great. It's like he's getting hit with an invisible lightning bolt. Just being electrocuted. He's just fucking...
So is there anybody who wants to try defending themselves? Well, it'll work, so it doesn't you don't really have to try. But is anybody ready? You're ready, actually, and you're ready.
You can't argue with the results. That man got fucking blasted. They hit him with the invisible Palpatine force lightning. It just zapped him. And then when he was writhing on the ground, flopping like a fish, he seems to have ejaculated at the very end of it. So not only will you be able to disarm your attacker, but then they'll come in their pants. The ultimate embarrassment.
Where were you guys? Where the fuck were you guys?
There's no doubt she immediately regretted paying for this course. Not only did she give money to get her ass annihilated, she then had to spend even more money on medical bills for her fractured pelvis, I imagine. I don't know if her pelvis was actually fractured, but in the full clip she walks away in excruciating pain holding her hips. So it was also a very hard tumble too. Unfortunately, she didn't set up the proper force field, and he just went straight through and bulldozed her, absolutely fucking steamrolled her. It actually looked like a linebacker busting through the offensive line to get a sack in the NFL. It was aggressive. He was coming in with a head of steam. There was no stopping him. Well, this is what happens when an unstoppable force meets a force that didn't even know the other was coming. It was devastating. She took a big fucking wallop there. And then he desperately tries to sell the performance, like he just starts like gyrating and seizing on the ground like, no, it actually worked to a degree. But you have to appreciate the other students' commitment to it. Like, they truly believe in it, because instead of like actually trying to help her and check on her, they both go over to her and like try and do a Naruto healing jutsu on her. So they're like trying to transfer energy as like the sensei's praying next to her, just praying to God that she doesn't sue so that he doesn't get a lawsuit. Like, this whole thing is just the perfect catastrophe to showcase the bullshit of the course. It is amazing. You couldn't have scripted it any better. I feel very bad for the lady for getting hit like that, but you had to know it was coming with a course like that. This kind of shit isn't just like goofily silly shit. It's dangerous because you convince people that they can do things that they can't. And also, after she gets up and walks away in pain, the teacher blames her for it, saying that she didn't really do a good enough job, and that only did a better job at convincing all the other students that it's real, because it made them a stronger believer. Like, damn, if I'm not really putting all my energy in here, I'm just gonna get hurt. I have to really concentrate. This guy's the real deal. Common sense would dictate, after seeing this, they'd be like, oh god, this is all a scam, it doesn't work at all. But here, this is where common sense goes to die, because they all left even believing stronger in it after having seen that woman get hit. Crazy. Just wanted to share this. That's about it. So yeah. Over the years, I've made a lot of content making fun of those really odd healing remedies like chakra tune-ups, or paying to visit a self-proclaimed Reiki master who's going to tap into your natural spiritual vibrations in order to realign you with the earth to improve your mood. Or those people that sell just scam products that's, toilet water that they're claiming is this panacea that's going to cure all of your ailments and also make you millions of dollars and improve your mood and libido. Just all of that nonsense. It has been a guilty pleasure of mine stumbling upon these communities and poking fun at it. And right now the big one is called 9D breathing. I learned about it on stream the other night. This one's got me captivated. Have you ever heard of 9D breathing? 9D breathing is new to me. 9D breathwork. Transformative, become unbreakable. Only 20 minutes?
Today you're going to be doing 3 rounds of 5 minutes with a
Oh,
breath
that's exhaustive.
between each round. The breath will be a full, deep, diaphragmatic breath, all in and out through your mouth, down into your belly.
Activate the I can do it mindset. 9D breathwork for confidence and action. It's just breathing. There was nothing unique about that. There was nothing 9-dimensional. So it's not super huge on YouTube at the moment, but on TikTok it's getting quite a strong following. I think this kind of spawned from, like, the guy watched Demon Slayer one time and he's like, holy shit, the power of breathwork. This could be the game changer. So now he's basically just peddling it as, like, this really powerful thing. And it's fundamentally just, you listen to ASMR, and then some people will start, like, screaming and convulsing while doing it to try and, like, release emotions. Which you see a lot in all of these, where if you just convince someone to yell and scream and cry and shit their pants, they feel relieved. And right now, this is the new conduit for doing that. Oh god. Now that is truly 9-dimensional breathing. She just activated the I can do it mindset. That's big. That's big. Bro, they got her in the straitjacket. It's not the straitjacket. That's a 7th-dimensional blanket. It helps to realign the kundalini so that way when you're doing your 9-dimensional breath work, it'll enhance the effects of the chakra. It's all part of the 9D revolution, man. What don't you understand? Oh, here's another one. The conductor of exorcisms up here.
You could spend.
Oops. That's cool. I'll have to take a class. Just let it all out. Far be it for me to question the master of 9-dimensional breathing, but I really don't understand what role he plays there. He basically just puts on the sound in their headphones and then just wanders around aimlessly, sometimes doing like finger bang motions over people, or like touching on them, like not like massaging them or anything. He just kind of goes over and he's like kind of like he's doing some kind of, I don't know, inputs for a Mortal Kombat fatality near them. I don't really get why he's there. This is just shit. Like, if you really just want to hear relaxing sounds and then just go, ah, you can do it at your house without paying for this guy's class on it. I don't really get the program itself, you know what I mean? But what you should get is some cheeky soap. It's the best soap ever made, and right now we have 20% off the entire store until Monday. It's our Memorial Day sale, so it's the perfect time to get some cheeky soap. You're going to love it, I guarantee it. It's so good, it's so moisturizing, you use it, you might have a really powerful emotional release as well from being so clean and so happy with how you feel after your shower using Cheeky soap. Go to usecheeky.com to get some. Look at the comment. Yoga of pain and agony. It might look like pain, but it's actually deep release. Breathwork with 9D music helps clear out stuck emotions and stress. What you're seeing is actually healing in action. That's powerful. That's powerful. Sometimes you do just get emotions that get stuck and you need 9-dimensional music to get it out. Of course, the music generated by AI Suno, no doubt. That's the only thing that can truly tap into the human consciousness, subconsciousness, excuse me. 9D combined with 7 sounds tech would unlock sage power. It's so true. You don't want to go to 10D. 9D is where you tap out. If you go to 10D, that's the brown note. Then you're just releasing bowels instead of emotions. Where are these classes? Also, what does he do? Why is he here? He's just rubbing her boobie. How does that help with the 9-dimensional breathing? Getting a titty rub. Like he was DJing a turntable. That's just one of the dimensions. That's true, I guess. that's possible. It's like when Guy opens the 8th gate. I'm confused. How does it work? It may look very intense, but it's very necessary to release lifelong trauma. She's doing breath work with 9D music, a technique where you use deep focused breathing to let go of emotions and stress stuck in the body. It's called breath work. Using your breath to release stress, emotions, and even past trauma stored in the body. It can get loud and emotional, but it helps people feel lighter after. Have you ever done breath work to clear your mind? Look up Colleen Grady's Kundalini activation process. She's got some wild ones. We haven't checked in on the Kundalini community for a while. Maybe I should check in a minute.
You fix all of that by explaining to people and showing them how to regulate their nervous system and how to regulate their emotions. All of a sudden, you get that monkey mind to quiet down. What's going to happen as a natural byproduct of that? People are going to show up to work more. 7 out of 10 people are struggling.
That was convincing. That was eye-opening. What's this one? Looks like they're about to crucify him or something.
Hi, I'm Maite. I just graduated from Colleen's Kundalini Facilitator training. Confidence in my facilitation skills has gone through the roof. And also, my facilitation skills.
What is this technique over here? I don't think the Kundalini is activating. This feels like he's VR gooning.
In themselves. Now, when I'm in front of a body, I just know exactly what to do, when to, all of that, and I really feel that I am.
There it is.
And also, I am taking.
It's
care
open
of myself, thanks to the energetic boundaries that she teaches.
Autofellatio,
so
the only way to a Kundalini activation. Oh fuck! Ah! Stop it! You're killing her! Oh, the student became the master, it seems.
For me, the best thing about this training was simply the presence of Colleen. Her guiding us through this entire
Sounds like
process
a cult then.
In a way that...
It's happening. Oh! Let go of the cords, you're hurting her. That's interesting. I think we're getting some wires crossed here. We're venturing away from the Kundalini. Okay, I'll tell you what. At the very least, they're honest here. Check this shit out. Trusted worldwide. 1. At least 1. I fuck with that. No claims of like, we're in every country in the world, people love us. It's just, we've got 1. Like our headmaster Dave, like he's out there in Florida. Damn, their website goes kind of crazy with these pictures. Look at this. That looks like when Wolverine pops out while they're still experimenting on him. When he like comes out and he's like shouting at them in X-Men 2. That's a great photo. Man, breathwork really does go nuts, huh? Tai Lopez is arguably the most iconic scammer in YouTube history. He's the mastermind behind the classic "Here in my garage, just bought this Lamborghini" clip. Throughout the years, no name has commanded less respect than Tai Lopez. He is just a clown people shoot spitballs at. He is just like the communal piñata that people used to love to take shots at, like a little punching bag. And it was always good fun because he's a piece of shit. He is literally a scammer. And not many people know this, but he's actually still around. This cockroach has persisted and he still posts videos and still tries to sell courses and seminars. So I wanted to take a look at one of his more recent ones. a tour of his $100 million mansion. Except it's not his mansion, he's leasing it. And he's not trying to hide that fact either. He wears it proudly on his sleeve and spends 17 minutes coping trying to convince his audience that leasing a $100 million property is actually a galaxy brain, Giga Chad financial decision, and tries to convince them that leasing is better than buying in a lot of cases. It is unbelievable delusion.
So let me give you the reasons why I just leased this $100 million house in Beverly Hills. Why would I lease this for a year? Is that crazy?
It's beyond crazy. It's plain brain dead. This is plus ultra moron shit here. Leasing a $100 million property, and trying to posture it as a good thing and a smart financial decision, that is baffling. Now, I know Tai Lopez is just a complete fake person. Like, he even moves around like an NPC out of GTA, like some kind of character you'd find on the street that's like falling over or getting bullied by someone. But like this, it's become his whole persona. You know, I'm oiled up in my garage, rubbing my wiener on my Lamborghini, you know, that kind of thing, like flexing these wealthy things. But this is so unbelievable to me, where he's trying to position a lease on a $100 million property as a good thing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what Felix Dennis, he had the 3 F's rule. If it flies, floats, or lease it, don't buy it.
A mansion does none of those things, except fuck you in the face. Like, I understand that this is all for show. I think there's a very real chance he's not even leasing this property, and I'll get into that in a moment. As he's doing the walkthrough, this place is more barren and empty than my fucking 16th birthday party. Like, I don't think he even leased it. I think he asked a realtor if he can just film a video in there so he could promote his seminars. The only reason he's at this property and making this video is to try and push gullible fools into purchasing his courses and attending his seminars and that kind of fucking nonsense, just to keep exploiting people.
But that's not the real reason. I'm gonna give you the reasons why I would do something crazy, because we live in a world, it's like if you lease a Lamborghini, people think, oh, this person's dumb, or they're trying to pretend, or if they lease a house, you know, this isn't an Airbnb, this is a long-term lease. People are like, oh, and I'm going, no, use your brain. They don't teach us in school financial literacy.
It's not financial literacy, it's substantial idiocy. If you used your brain for even a second, just had one neuron activation moment, you would recognize how stupid this whole thing is.
I buy farmland. I own farms. This is number one. There are things you should buy and things you should lease.
Tai loves to go on and on about the farms that he owns, and I'm confident he's never stepped foot on them for even a second, past the initial handshake of purchasing it. If that's even a true story, it's impossible to know with Tai Lopez, but if he did own farms, you bet your sweet bippy he'd say, ew, yucky, smelly animals, and run away. To tie it all back to Tai's 10 commandments here of leasing, I'm going to go ahead and poke some holes into that theory here. There are things you should buy, and there are things you should lease in some cases. You know what one thing you should never lease is? A $100 million mansion, no matter how well off you are. I don't even understand this from a conceptual standpoint, because this just looks pathetic. It looks weak. And I feel even the most brainwashed of suckers would see that too. Like, let's say I'm someone susceptible to Tai Lopez's manipulation. And I'm like, Tai Lopez, he's got all the secrets to wealth. If I follow him, I'll be a multimillionaire too. And then I watch this video, I would look at Tai Lopez like a little fucking vermin for it. Because this is him paying a richer man to film content in that house. This isn't his house. He's very open about leasing this. He is paying someone more wealthy and more successful than him to ask him if he can kind of stay there while filming YouTube videos. Like, that's not a financial guru. That's a bitch.
What I also like about this house, and reason number 2, is a lease for tax purposes and deductions. If you've got a big wing of business like I do, you get better tax deductions on a lease versus a purchase. I use this little thing to separate. Actually, let's go this way first.
I love that he has the business wing sectioned off here. Why? What's happening over there? Is that where the owner is and he's fucking your girlfriend, Tai? Like, I don't understand. Who in their own home would be like quarantining the business wing? That'd be like me setting up an obstacle course to get into my office here. That's where I do the high level stuff. So naturally, I've got it blockaded.
Yeah, it's a sitting room, but I'm gonna put in grand piano. I like to play the piano.
You runny-nosed little worm, why are you lying to me? I know you're not putting a grand piano in there.
Number 3 is flexibility. Next reason is charity.
Yes, charity. Nothing says helping the community quite like living in a $100 million mansion that you're leasing. He's doing it for the people at the end of the day. He's not selfish. He's leasing this property because he's uplifting those around him, helping everyone that he can through this. And he stays flexible, of course. He's not married to this home. If he wants to, he can go get a $200 million lease on my fucking butthole. Like, he's got so many options.
Never just live for yourself. I call it the 50-50 rule. You should spend 50% of your life living for yourself and your family and people who depend on you, but 50% live for the good of others. So this house is amazing. I already did a big event, a charity pool party. You know, this backyard will hold 800 people, and I sold tables, and all the profit from the little tables in the back went to charity. So you can do good with a big house.
Might actually be one of the weakest arguments I've ever heard for why some narcissistic loser would lease a $100 million property. Well, actually, there's so much good you can do with a big house like this. I threw a pool party and I sold tables. I don't know what that means, full disclosure. I don't know what that... You sold tables? Is that like code for baby oil? Is this like a freak off or something? Like, I don't know what he's saying with that. But whatever. I sold tables and I gave money to charity. Okay, you could also just give the money to charity without leasing a $100 million home. Like, that home didn't help you do any of that. It doesn't make any sense what you're trying to say here. I also love how he tries to get really philosophical. Like, he's a man's man. You gotta live for yourself sometimes, but then live for others, like your family. Speaking of family, Ty, where's your wife and kids? You're pushing 50 and you still don't have a family, man. You're still on this stupid fucking grind set mentality, trying to scam people through dog shit YouTube videos and seminars like this.
Next reason to lease versus buy is maintenance responsibility. You know how expensive this house is to maintain? So I love the fact that it's like you're not responsible really for the maintenance if you negotiate your lease right.
Another great reason to lease versus buy is I'm too fucking lazy to do any of it myself, so I'll put that responsibility on the person that I'm leasing from. Yeah. Cool flex, Ty. I can't be bothered to do anything except sit here and make YouTube shorts promoting nonsense to fools. So I'll let someone else take care of, like, the actual stuff.
Pool, I like swimming is underrated, man. Jogging's hard on the joints. Swimming, there's a certain magic. You look at those people, like the Maoris, like The Rock, people from the South Pacific are in some of the best shape historically, the people who swam a lot. So I love swimming. I don't know why we still have all the ropes up, but I like to do my workouts outside when I can.
What the fuck are you yapping about, man? What? Just say you like to swim. I don't know why he's going into this whole spiel about it. I don't think he swims, for what it's worth. I just don't believe anything that ever comes out of Tai Lopez's mouth, to be honest with you. I bet he hasn't even dipped his toes into that pool, because it might be a little too chilly or something. But, like, I don't even understand why he's even going on about this. And then he says, I like to do my workouts outside, and there's like 5 dumbbells there that go up to like maybe 20 pounds. Getting a real big pump out there, huh, Ty? He is making this shit up on the spot. Like I said, I don't think he actually even leases this place. I think a realtor just granted him permission to come through while it was being cleaned for a serious buyer. Because he's just walking through, like, pointing at shit and going on these completely nonsensical tangents. Yeah, I like to do my workouts outside, which is why all those heavy dumbbells are over there. A lot of ropes around here from last night's hootenanny. Yeah, we had a big shindig last night. I don't know why the ropes are still up.
Another reason, it's a great opportunity to test a place. So if you negotiate a lease correctly, you can a lot of times put that you have first option to buy. So it's a great way. This is the guest house here in the pool. I got friends that stay here. My mom, when she comes to visit, she likes to stay close but be a little bit separate, so she stays here in the pool house.
Yeah, you get to guinea pig the house for a little bit, do a bit of beta testing. Yeah, there's a pool house. I kind of confine my mom to these quarters when she's around here. She loves to come over, and I have so many friends. You guys know how many friends I have. I have lots and lots of friends, and sometimes they'll stay here too when my mom's not, taking up the joint. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Also, like, he's just going around making up stories for shit. He is just spitballing lore for things that he sees, like a game of I Spy.
This is where we had the tables for the charity thing. It was pretty cool. We had the DJ over there. So this room, I'm turning, Anton's here, CEO here. He's getting some work done, but this is becoming the game room.
Is Anton even alive over there? It looks like he's out cold. You should be going over there to check for a pulse, brother. Man looks like he overdosed on chill pills. I also just don't even think Ty Lopez knows who that is. His name's probably not even Anton. He probably just pulled that out of his ass. Maybe he is the CEO of something. I don't have a clue, but to me, it just really feels like there's some random people in this house and Ty Lopez is scrambling to try and explain why they're there. Like, oh, hey, it's Jericho. Hey, up top. Yeah. Good game last night. Yeah, Jericho was at the charity function last night. He donated $5 million to the charity we were partying for, and then I think he ended up having like a threesome or something. But anyway, it's great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah. Oh, yep. Nope. Another charity event next week. That's right. Can't wait. Anyway, this is gonna be the game room. Gonna be a lot of games in this room.
Super Bowl, you can open this to outside. You got your own bar here, which is kind of cool. But now I want to go back to one of the points of leasing versus buying.
I wish Anton had just shot up after hearing that. Like, what the fuck? Benefits of leasing versus buying? Are you out of your mind? Are you off your gourd? I also can't help but just appreciate that Ty Lopez talks about like the bar over there and then like slowly walks over there, fee-fi-fo-fums, just to spank it for no reason, just to slap it.
A reason that I like to do a $100 million huge house is it's easier to clearly delineate what's personal and what's business. I section it off.
What the hell is even that? One of the biggest benefits to a big house in Ty Lopez's eyes is his ability to effectively section off what's business and what's personal. Do you not have object permanence? Are you 5 years old? Man thinks if he's not in his office, it just disappears. So he has to set up these blockers to remind him, like, office on that side, that's where business is. You can't just be an adult and know that your office is where your business shit is. Everything else is your personal shit. Like, what? How dumb are you?
Change your life right here. I'm loading all my books in. I have other homes, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to buy all new books because this place got such a good library, or do I want to ship books? I have more books in boxes on one of my farms. Okay, here, as I said, one of the advantages of leasing versus buying is the business element of it. Here, this house has a ballroom. I have a lot of my C-suite, not all my employees, but I have like the leaders come.
I fail to see how that's an advantage of leasing versus buying, because you could still get that same effect through buying. If you own the house, you could still have them in that same ballroom, like your little fucking personal sweatshop here. Like, it's not like leasing helped you do that better or gave you the ability to do that, whereas buying wouldn't.
Rick Field here, one of the chief branding officers for the world's largest monitor. But yeah, this is a cool place. It's got very finely crafted kind of all of this work that they did is pretty incredible.
One thing I find very interesting is Ty Lopez walks around this house like a fucking ghost. Everyone around him treats him as if he's invisible. So he's like directly talking about Rick Field, who's in earshot. Like, he is right next to him. Ty's breathing down the shoulder. Rick doesn't even give him the time of day, doesn't look at him. Anton, another example, never even acknowledges Ty Lopez's presence, doesn't even look up at him. Neither does anyone in that room. I don't think they know Ty. I really don't.
Very important. Heidi keeps a lot of my books. Here, tú puedes poner esto en mí. The books I read, I stick in my office, so I put them all here. Esto no. I read this one. I like to go to sleep by reading 3 or 4 books. If you ain't sleeping well, don't be scrolling on your phone. Read.
Turns out Ty actually had some surprise books upstairs that he hadn't fully loaded into his shelves down there. So the books on the shelves, those are the ones that he reads. The ones upstairs, that's a totally different set of books. He starts fishing through there. This book, and this book, and this book, and then just hands it to Heidi. And then he says he reads 3 to 4 books before going to bed. Impossible? You don't do that? I know you don't. What do you mean you read 3 to 4 books? Like maybe picture books or something where you flip through Green Eggs and Ham, perhaps, but you're not reading full books every night before bed. No shot. That's not happening.
I have in Philly even, I don't spend all my time here. California is not my main home, it's somewhere else. And I also live in Europe part-time. So another reason to lease, why leased versus purchase, is I like to have multiple homes. And I feel like when you own something, you see it as your nest egg and you literally don't travel as much. I know that's psychological, but it's true.
I just cannot believe that he's saying these things on camera to his audience, because it is so clear to anybody watching this how full of shit this man is. So you're telling me you lease tons of homes apparently and live a lot of different places. You're leasing a $100 million home despite not really spending that much time here. Why? Why lease a $100 million home then? You are actually just flushing money down the shitter. The reason you'd buy multiple homes if you've reached like an absurd level of wealth is you're building equity. Like you're building things. Like you are able to make money off those investments long term. Here, you are actually just burning money. So you're bad with money is what you're admitting to here, Ty. I cannot believe that he's not able to process that.
I've got a big party coming up. By the way, I'm doing these mansion seminars in the ballroom and I do these charity parties. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to see the calendar of the upcoming stuff.
Gorsh. Absolutely, Ty. Sign me up. Parties, mansion seminars, and a leased $100 million property. I can't wait to be taught by the master.
This place, they used to use it for like big charity events. Brad Pitt had an event here. It's pretty cool. But, you know, a lot of times if you do it right, another thing I like is you can lease homes that will never come up for sale. It's kind of cool because sometimes people don't want to sell the whole home. So for me, life is about adventure. I'm not number one, my core drive is not material things. So like I said, I like to buy farmland. Farmland's been the best risk-adjusted return. You know, I'd rather own farms that have a productive use than just homes or mansions.
Ty's serving up a full course of the Yappy meal here on the world's slowest elevator. Why does it take so long to go 2 floors? This elevator sucks. Is there just like a couple people with like a rope slowly letting it down as Ty gets in it? How is it that slow? Jesus. And anyway, whatever he's talking about in there is fucking stupid in the first place, saying how his number one motivator is not material things. Meanwhile, his whole persona is material things and presenting material things, flexing material things, and convincing his audience that they should and can get those material things through following him. You're just so full of barnacles, Ty, it's crazy.
I don't know where we are. That goes back up. And this is you could fit up to 20 cars in the garage, but my friend's staying here and just one little Lambo. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a Phantom Rolls Royce with the driver.
That's so badass, Ty. He can't decide if he wants the Phantom or the Rolls Royce with the driver. He just has so many complex decisions. I say, why not both? You got plenty of dough lying around, right? Look at you, Ty. Just get both. You've earned it, man. You've earned it. I also love it. He's like, yeah, I don't really know where we are. Of course you don't. Of course you don't know where you are, Ty. Because I don't think you actually lease this place. You just come in here because you know the realtor and he'd let you come in here and just take a fucking tour through it while presenting as if it's yours so you could sell some fools on your fucking courses to make money off of them.
But I use this a lot. It's got a really good sound system, beautiful chairs. I had the first night I moved in, like 5 friends, and we all, what did we watch? The Bourne Experiment. And it was like everybody fell asleep in the chairs. Everybody was snoring. Guys' night, everybody's sitting there snoring.
No, they didn't. You made that up. Of all the things that have never happened, that's definitely one of them. Well, like, you couldn't even think of an accurate Bourne title. There is no Bourne Experiment, goober. Like, he's just making shit up. And the amount of times he references his friends truly convinces me that he has no one in his life that's close to him. Nobody at all. Yeah, so I had, like, my friends, you know, they were here. We watched a movie. And then everyone fell asleep. They were like snoring and shit. And then, you know, my friends, they came up to me and said, "Thank you so much, Ty, for letting us stay here. You're such a good guy. And thank you, Ty, for making us millions of dollars." And then everyone clapped.
The next reason to buy is adventure. I'm an adventure guy. People always ask me, "Ty, why are you still doing business?" You know, I could have retired and had enough recurring revenue probably in like 2007 or 8. You know, why didn't I? I like adventure.
Of course. No, absolutely, Ty. He's just a real adventurous soul. And he doesn't like to be tied down by like a family or anything. He likes to do it alone. He prefers to be alone. It's his choice.
Don't be afraid to lease. As I told you at the beginning, what Felix Dennis said about the 3 Fs. So don't listen. People are financially illiterate. They're like, "Oh, if you didn't buy it, that's something wrong." Do the cost benefit analysis. Sometimes it makes sense to buy. Sometimes it makes sense to lease. If you know you want to be there for a long time, like farms for me.
Not a single convincing argument in favor of leasing over buying presented throughout this entire video. Because bare necessities. The core is that it's stupid to lease a $100 million mansion under any circumstances. It's a terrible idea. And he's trying so hard to spin it as like an alpha gigabrain financial guru maneuver. It's not, Ty. It's not. He then goes on to promote his seminars once more to try and get people through the door with their wallets out and piggy banks emptied. So just classic Ty Lopez shit, really. I wanted to make fun of it. That's about it. See ya. The rise of fake gurus. Haven't we watched this? Isn't this Eye Patch Wolf? No. The dark truth behind making millions from online courses. I mean, pretty much everyone knows that online courses are a scam. But I'm interested.
Telling you that sign up to my free training.
Free training that I'm giving you an invitation to.
Turn up for the online training and join our completely free training where I'm registered to attend our free.
Whenever you hear that, just know that it's a scam. Like, I feel like everyone knows that.
And there's just so many of them. It's like a copy and paste. What you might not realize is that at first it seems a bit harmless, but some of these people are earning millions. Millions.
Whoa!
Millions.
What?
And then when you really look into it and you realize a lot of these people have a cult-like following.
You're telling me Sam, what was his name? Sam Ovkin? I wasn't even close. Sam Ovens has a cult following? I don't believe that for even a fucking second. How to become a consultant. This fucking guy even paid for the Google Premium thing where you get like ad on top of everything. So real quick, I'll give another pro tip if anyone's prone to getting scammed. Whenever you see this, like if you see ad up here, never click on this. You can just pay for this, and a lot of times what'll happen is a scam company will pay for this to try and bait people into signing up to a fake service. That happens all the time, especially with RuneScape. So if you try and download something like RuneScape, the first 3 of these are going to have ad here, and all 3 of them are viruses. So, pretty counterintuitive already, Sam. This is so wildly... It is so hard to figure out what this guy does, like what his actual business is. His flagship consulting accelerator training has produced 25 millionaires, nearly 500 six-figure earners, and allowed over 3,000 people to quit their jobs and work full-time as consultants. That doesn't really fucking tell me anything. Like, this is wild. Jesus Christ! And you're telling me Sam Ovens has a cult following? I don't believe this for even a second. He had to have been born rich. How does okay. He quite literally just sells courses. That is his whole business. Here. I found it. It is literally only selling courses. So in 42 days, I can start my own profitable business and get my first customer. With the consulting accelerator. You know, one thing I've never seen is a successful man who ever paid for one of these courses?
Preferably it's something to do
Never.
with wealth or health.
Not a single one.
Relationships. Something.
And I'm going to show you step by step how my students are earning 6 and even 7 figures working from their laptops from home.
Yeah, but you never hear anyone say that. Like, I've never heard a millionaire, when asked the question, how did he become successful? Oh yeah, I bought Sam Oven's training consulting accelerator.
Doesn't matter if you really don't know what you're talking
Really
about.
blew me up.
Hire an expert, get them.
It seems like you don't have to try that hard to market it. You just say the same dog shit that everyone else says.
This is the stage.
You just copy their script.
You can make enough money to be financially free.
You could be generating profit in a matter of just hours, if not just a few days.
Earning 6.
Wow, that quick, huh?
Are earning 6 and even 7 figures working from their laptops from home.
That I've got.
Like, how does anyone... I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. How does anyone see this and be like, yeah, that's probably legit? This is no different than the sexy singles waiting to fuck you in your area. I really thought these were just dead on arrival things. I had no idea they were an actual successful business. That is mind-boggling to me.
The more time they get to spend with you and the more trust they build towards you, and the higher the chance that you can sell them on higher priced courses. Another thing is, make sure they're not distracted. You want to make sure that their whole attention is focused on you in this webinar.
So I'm basically just dating them.
Turn off the social media to tell your family, leave me alone.
Close down Facebook, turn off Netflix, turn off Instagram, hide your phone if you need to for the next 60 minutes, because this exact training has changed literally thousands of lives, and it can do the same for you.
This sounds awful.
No,
it's a parasocial relationship. It's not even training.
James, I don't have any information
to put in real work.
And you need to take action. If you're still with me today, you're an action taker.
Anyone, anywhere, from any country on earth can earn a full-time living on Amazon if they're willing to put in the work. Listen, if
they can't even use a microphone, they're using a fucking Mac built-in mic.
They're lying to you, right? Because it's not.
Can't you get like a Blue Yeti?
That's why most people, when they read.
This is a Sigma male grind set for sure. Hey, what's up, babe? I bought Sam Oven's training course.
On your course, say,
so we fucking at my place of yours. What's up?
100 grand in his phone. Easy. Easy, easy, easy.
You don't have to have any experience to get started. You don't have to have any tech skills or buy any software. You don't need your own product.
You never.
Well, what do you need? Like, what do you do? Just sit there and hope that someone buys air? Like, you don't need any of that?
Experts. You don't need to take the risk of failing. You don't need to hire employees.
Oh, God.
No matter your.
Okay, hold on. Wait. I want to see this whole list. So what is the position here? So you don't need to even be alive, it sounds like. You don't have to have your own product or create one, okay? Like what do you do? You don't have to do sales. You don't have to have an audience. So who's buying this? Like, how can you read this list and be like, huh? So I do nothing. So then what happens? I buy this course and I get told I don't have to do anything, and then what? This is crazy. I've never seen the courses. I only ever see the ads and just write it off immediately. But seeing this, it's even crazier that anyone would believe this for even a second. This is literally the old fucking meme of like, step 1, question mark, step 2, profit.
So here's what you want to do. You want to create scarcity.
So if you want to get these additional bonuses, you need to join now. And if you're going to think about it, you're going to miss out on this.
These bonuses.
Who's this goofball? I only looked up Sam Ovens, but this guy's got my full attention. He looks like he wasn't meant to be in this line of work, like he was just an extra looking for work. So he's like the stunt double for the real John Cristani. Like, his heart doesn't seem in it at all. Let's see. It's all so fucking vague. Your job as an affiliate marketer is to do better job of selling the product than the merchant itself. Thanks, John. That's the entire about section. Incredible. Well, I know all I need to know now about John, I guess. Thanks to the resub Hoopsnake, Sir Eric Valentine, and the Prime Yanko. Is there anything else? There's almost no words on here. I guess he's like catering to those that are illiterate, that accidentally buy his course. Like, there is absolutely no words on this whole fucking site. It's just pictures of John.
So I started off in college. I was running a little tutoring business, and I want to get some extra beer money. So I set up a website and I put out some ads. I kind of taught myself to get more customers, and that turned into working for an ad agency out of college and doing pretty well. So that some of the business owners said,
he is wearing a leather jacket, so he means business.
I had my own business.
He sure does. And if you Google John Crestani, you'll see what he's talking about. Now,
no, that's how I ended up here. I googled John Crestani and I saw nothing that made any sense, which is how I landed on this unlisted video on a most likely fake news segment he made. I quite literally can't find anything about what he does. It is like genuinely impossible to understand anything that John Crestani is doing. All he says is he's creating affiliate marketers and that it's your job to make money. Like, what do you mean? I'm not learning anything. I'm just being confused.
These bonuses are only available for a very limited time and are only available for the people who are really ready to invest into their future.
He is a
today,
growth
because
hacker, I
once these
suppose.
bonuses are gone, guys. They're gone forever.
For people on this webinar today only, I'm going to do it for $1,999.
You can tell them it's okay to finance it with their credit cards or whatever the hell.
The money. If the money is the biggest hurdle, but if you have the desire, if you have the time,
Oh,
if you have
God.
the willingness,
Oh,
we have
God,
an
don't do
option
it.
for you. You can
No.
actually use PayPal credit and
John!
get started.
Go into debt for John,
Little to no money
or you'll never
down.
be successful.
Essentially free to.
Yeah, we got absolved into the Unlocks program, but yeah.
Oh, God. Holy shit.
You don't tell them the truth. Right. I mean,
Oh my
we're
God.
shovels in a gold rush. Thousands of pounds. Most of them I got on Udemy and they're like 10 quid here and there. About probably in total I spent £200 on online courses. They're not trying
It's super different though. Like when you're taking an online course for something like editing, you know exactly what you're getting into. They are going to teach you how to edit. Like you are absolutely getting what you want when you're taking like a course from editors. But when you're taking a course from just a dude who says that he can make you millions, you're gambling a lot more on this guy somehow giving you tools to make millions of dollars. Like it can't even be talked about in the same sentence. Like there are courses that are good, but none of them are like get rich courses. Like success courses, there's not a single one that'll actually make you better or make you more successful. There is literally not a single one that I can think of that will ever get you in a position to be more successful in life. But if you're taking a course for like a focused thing, editing, even sports, you know, there's so much for that.
They're not trying to tell me.
Fucking wild that people conflate those two. He's not. I'm not saying he is. I saw it in the chat.
I think a lot of these.
Just a little heads up. I know he's
aside
not.
From all of the moral, I think personally, a lot of them aren't gonna last. I think
I'm surprised they're still around.
Get extremely unethical, or they're going to be caught out in some sense, or there's going to be some kind of regulation. But for your own sake, just don't get into them in the first place.
That was a really well put together video. I hadn't heard of half of those gurus.
Content like this, I've got a lot of exciting stuff planned. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Check out my last video as well. I did it.
I hope he sells a course at the end. These are all scams, but mine's real.
That's an awesome video.
That was a great video, actually. The only major gurus I knew were Ty Lopez and the Paul brothers. The Paul brothers, I don't know if they still do, but they used to do online seminars just like that. Genuine, full throttle, dog shit, awful courses. And I actually watched one, because obviously being the Paul brothers, people just put out the entire course, so I watched some of it. And I just assumed everyone would know that all of that shit is fake, but I guess not. Actually fucking wild. Have you heard of Daryl Enka? Not sure if he's crazy or a fraudster, but he claims to be able to communicate with / speak to an alien named Bashar. Bashar, huh? I'm unfamiliar with the cosmic entity known as Bashar, but I'd like to get familiar with them. Messenger of good news. Bashar, how to attract anything into your life by going gamma state. Huh?
Now, many of you are familiar with some of the different frequency states of your brain, and you know that
Yeah, 93.3 the hits. Yeah, I know those frequencies.
Different kinds of modalities, different kinds of perspectives.
So this is Bashar talking to us right now, right? I'm guessing he's in his channeling stance. He's got like the TN tri-beam going with his hand, so I'm assuming this is the alien Bashar speaking to us through Daryl.
Many of you are also not familiar with the idea called the gamma state, which is between...
Did he just fart? Was that Bashar or Daryl that tooted?
Which is between 40 and 100 cycles
Man, just shat
per
himself.
second in your brain.
Cosmically. Quantumly.
In the typical channeling state. And this particular vibration allows you to experience in the neurological net of your brain more cohesiveness, more acceleration, more connection, more synchronization.
A lot of good buzzwords here,
While
Bashar.
also simultaneously allowing certain neural pathways to actually close down. That is the gamma state. Also typically called the channeling.
Reading comments always make, like, this is all well and good. If you want to pretend to channel an alien and just spout a bunch of gobbledygook, all power to you. But it's the comments that actually just make me feel so sad. This resonates with me very much. Bashar says out loud what has been running in my head all along. Thank you for confirming that I am receiving the right information from my higher self. Oh my god, he's been teaching us how to access flow state all this time, which is something I've wanted for a long time. On top of that, he's saying flow state is the key to manifestation. Wow. It's like he's saying to a kid the key to life is to eat cake. Lots and lots of cake. Perhaps maybe I just don't understand the gamma state. Maybe I need to lock into flow state and then I'll be able to dunk on a 10-foot hoop. Perhaps I'm not being receptive to the wisdom of Bashar, the cosmic being. Wait, Danica Patrick has a YouTube channel? And she interviewed Daryl and Bashar? What in the world? Bashar predicts humanity's coming great shift in 2024. Prepare yourself now. Bashar Sedana workshop. Oh my god, he goes in front of a class?
Hi everyone. Hi.
Hey.
Someone who's lost in the song, an actor who becomes the part, in essence, is in a channeling state. But in that state, you can also access other portions of your own consciousness. You can access...
Oh, so Bashar lives inside of him.
Portions of information from throughout the universe.
Jekyll and Hyde style.
And make connections with other beings, other dimensions, what have you, depending on
how
you wish to focus the idea of that channeling.
He's interdimensionally traveling.
For me, this began... I received what I experienced to be a telepathic connection from Bashar and his people.
Okay.
In that one instant, an actual memory came back of having made an agreement with Bashar to do this before this life.
Okay.
And I understood in that moment that the UFO had been shown to me on purpose to get me to go in the direction I needed to go, so that by the time it was time for me to fulfill that agreement I had made, I would be ready. And
it's almost like the Rocco's Basilisk paradox. Very cool. Daryl, this is incredible stuff. What was the agreement? You'd agree to be his vessel so he could be a motivational speaker on Earth? That seems like a very underwhelming use of this cosmic being's powers. You're telling me that Bashar decides to use his abilities to just tell people to brush their teeth and eat well? And, like, have a positive mindset? That seems like a complete waste. Look at his website and his store. He's written 200 books since the 1980s. 200 books since the 1980s? Jesus Christ, Bashar. You should show your dad this video. My dad doesn't believe in any of this shit. My dad just believes in the aliens building the pyramids. I don't know what to tell you. That's like the one, that's pretty much it. Like, this kind of shit he would absolutely laugh at. He wouldn't text me being like, Charlie, you hear what Bashar said today about our horoscopes? Isn't that some shit? Like, that. My dad doesn't believe in that. Can Bashar take over like Sukuna? I don't think so. I think so. He was describing the channeling state. I think he needs to get into the zone. And if he's not in the zone, I don't think Bashar has like a door to get there. I don't think the alien planet is sending their best. Yeah, maybe Bashar is kind of like a dweeb on his home world. But to us, well, not to us. To Daryl, he's super cool.
Bashar is really another entity, or whether it's a portion of my own consciousness or whatever, The altered state is real. The information seems to have the ability to help people do what they need to do to make the kind of changes they need to make in their lives. And for that reason, I figured that's reason enough to go ahead and see where this goes.
I didn't expect that. He's like, oh, so it could be an alien, an interdimensional being, or it could just be some part of my subconscious while I'm conscious. No, I like the channeling community. There was another channeler I used to watch frequently. God, what was his name? He was the one that would channel the Yael. I'll just do that. He was the one that was like, you will send your best and brightest to school this morning. It's a very good day for learning. Blasting at you live from the Yael headquarters. That guy? Who was that? Does anyone remember? No, this isn't the guy. It was an older guy. Yael were very talkative through a bunch of different channelers, but there's one in particular I'm referring to, and I can't remember his name. No, it is him. He made a rap song about them called Bringing in the Yael. Thanks for your subcav. I don't think it is, though. He was much older, unless the Yael de-aged him.
The ones we are of Ashtar Command, we are of the Pleiadians, we are of the Pleiadian civilization, of the Pleiadian consciousness.
Billionaire Boys Club. Isn't that Kevin Spacey's movie?
Move through these ripples of time-space as your civilization, as your solar system moves into a new era of the galaxy, a new area of the galaxy, and a new
We
era.
moved to a new area of the
civilization.
galaxy?
The idea is that there are time fields, time-space equations.
Wonderful message. It repeated everything I've been seeing in my meditation. In your meditations, you've been seeing that we're changing the area of where we're located in the galaxy. That would cause such an immense change in daily life as we know it. That would be immediately recognizable. That couldn't just happen without us knowing. Oh, here we go. Bringing in the Yael music video with footage of Yael ship. Wait, this is huge. He's got footage from inside of their spacecraft?
Bringing in the Yael, bringing in the Yael, our family from the stars, on earth they will dwell. Bringing in the Yael, bringing in the Yael.
The kind of music to throw your ass in a circle to.
Bringing in the Yael to get this party popping.
I feel like I've actually heard this before. I think you're right.
Rocking, and you know it's a boat that desperately needs to be rocked. We may all come together, there will go the shadow government. And I know you're thinking retribution, but it'll be different. Let me clear up this confusion. Cause the
Whoa!
is gonna be love. We ain't gonna give them
Damn.
nothing but kisses and hugs.
Yeah.
They're extension
Kiss and
of
hug
me,
'em.
And they're
Yep.
extension of you. I know it's hard to discard the old ways of war, but see it through. Cause there ain't no us. We bringing in the Yael.
It actually might be the same guy. I could be misremembering. I thought he was much older. Because I'm pretty sure I've heard that song. That definitely opened some neural pathways the Yael wanted closed in my brain. Oh, this is a classic. This one's a classic. Teen girl abducted by praying mantis alien. Ancient alien. I've got to send that to my dad. My dad loves ancient aliens. How the fuck? Really, Dad? A girl abducted by a praying mantis alien? Ancient aliens. Aliens in disguise. Warn researcher. We've taken many humans. God damn it. Channeling the ninth dimensional Pleiadian collective. Interview with extra dimensionals. Here we go.
Ah, yes, hello, dear. This is the Ninth Dimensional Pleiadian Collective, and it is a pleasure and an honor to have the opportunity to connect with you. So,
nice to meet you.
In a short time today, we think we're going to cover a pretty lengthy or a pretty substantial amount of ground. So we're very, very excited. So thank you for the opportunity to connect.
Absolutely. What's very interesting to me is all of these like ninth dimensional beings that are able to be channeled through these goobers are always just on standby. It's like they're waiting to be channeled. They must be like maybe interns of the other ninth dimensional Pleiadian society. Like they just have to sit around like fucking phone operators waiting for some human to channel them. That sounds like so boring. Yeah, just actually channeling a call center. Why does no one ever channel like a really aggressive alien? Or like a really cool one, like, hey, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm fucking 5 3-titted alien babes. Call back in a moment. then break connection. Nothing ever like that. It's always like, oh, it's such an honor to be speaking with all of you on Earth. This is a Ninth Dimensional Pleiadian Collective reporting in live. What do you want to know? You need to watch Daryl connect to Bashar. It's hilarious. I just watched Daryl connecting to Bashar. Or does he have like a ritual for it? Alright, he's jacking into the upside down. Assuming athletic stance. Oh, good crack.
Sorry.
No apologies. Do what you need to do to get the aliens on the horn. Oh! Picked up a bad frequency there. Oh shit! We're losing him! He's going too deep! Bashar, let this man go! Where's the holy water? That actually sounds like Darth Vader's mask. Holy shit. What cool noises. Now, if he actually starts levitating, then I'll be impressed. No!
Boy, I'll say good day to you this day of your time.
Hey!
How are you all?
Don't yell at me, Bashar. What the fuck, man?
All right, I will take that as an okay.
Does he have an
First
accent?
of all, we would like to thank each and every one of you individually, and all of you together collectively.
I love how he put on an accent for Bashar this time, but then later on he got rid of it. He's like, I don't want to do that anymore. Bashar just lost his accent, his dialect. He outgrew. The old Yell guy you were thinking of is Sean Swanson. Is it? Hey, it's my boy. I think this is him, right? Yeah.
The idea of, from your perspective, not of Earth, but human beings.
Yeah. See, I knew it.
Very
I knew it.
Similar in appearance to that then that you are familiar with Earth humans in your planet. We then are of another planetary location, and in that we actually have an origination of more.
Why do the Yael talk like that? I'm sure you've all heard the expression, fake it till you make it. But today I want to take a look at what happens when all you do is fake it without ever making it. You end up like this loser we're about to take a look at today. A guy who has become a complete parody of self-confidence, but without any level of self-awareness. He portrays himself as an extremely successful, extremely rich guy that would have no problem at all stealing your wife right out from under your nose. It's beautiful stuff that he talks about.
Take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are I'm gonna take that bitch. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle.
Bro's out here rocking that man dark body type and acting like he for some reason be able to take your girl just because he rolled up in a rented McLaren. This guy's entire personality is money. He's like a real life Mr. Krabs, but with even skinnier arms. So he believes because he has money that he's entitled to women and women find him irresistible. You can tell by looking at him this was no jock in high school. This wasn't exactly the prom king. Yet he pretends that he is now. He talks about how successful his businesses are now. He has a 9-figure business. He has all of this money. Though I don't necessarily take him at his word because I just don't believe a fucking word this guy says.
So the next time you think that your girl's on lock, I got the keys to the castle, motherfucker.
I have no doubt he spent hours trying to cook up that finishing line right there. The keys to the castle. Now, why I don't believe him about the success of his business is because the only thing he shows that's worth money is his car, the McLaren. He's made like 1,000 shorts about how much money he spends filling up a McLaren's tank, or how often he drives his McLaren, and that is the only thing worth a lot of money that he's ever shown, at least that I've seen. So that leads me to believe that it is 100% rented, or he really dumped all of his money into that one vehicle in order to portray himself as a successful businessman. He did a little house tour, and it's very humble living. It's a nice place, but it's not exactly like a super mega mansion you would expect someone with a 9-figure business to own. And he's not wearing a ton of ice or anything like that, and he's clearly a guy who loves to flex because he's always talking about his wealth and his success, yet the only thing you can ever see from that is that McLaren. Now this may be like a tinfoil hat conspiracy, but I truly just think he either rents it for these videos, or even more depressingly, drained all of his finances to make that big purchase with that belief that this car would be enough to convince people that he has a lot of money. Like, he specced all of his points into delusion here and is just letting it rip. Like, this McLaren means I'm successful. I gotta fake it till I make it. This is how I do it.
Here's why the gym does not matter. I'm tired of guys that are like, oh, you know, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to get fit. I feel like I have a pretty decent tone.
Did douchebag Slenderman get you with that jump scare in the beginning? So this is his rant about why going to the gym makes you a fucking idiot. Because he's skinny and insecure, so you going to the gym is offensive to him. It's pretty pathetic. You don't want to go to the gym, that's fine. Buddy's out here built like 2 french fries duct taped to an uncooked spaghetti noodle. And if you're happy with your body there, that's absolutely fine. But why shit on people that are going to the gym? He makes a whole rant about why it's stupid to do it, which is laughable.
I don't need to go to the gym, because you pull up to the gym making less than 10K a month, pulling up in your bullshit fucking Corolla, and I pull up in my McLaren. It's not even a contest, dude. No one gives a fuck about your muscles. Most of the guys that go to the gym, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're fucking stupid. All that pre-workout that you're taking is making you more stupider.
So unless you're making over 10K a month, you don't have the right to go to the gym? Like, he's not even making a point. Like, he's not even saying, like, the time you spend in the gym, you could be spent learning how to drop ship things from Alibaba. Like, he's not even, like, trying to make some kind of point. He's just like, you're stupid for going to the gym because you're making less than 10K a month. He actually sounds like he's about to cry. You're stupid with your dumb muscles, dumb muscle man. Like, what in the crazy insecurity are you going through right now to think that this was a good idea?
Here's why you gotta break up with your girlfriend if you're not making 6 figures a year. Brutal honest truth is that girls need a man who can protect and provide for them. If you're not making at least 10K a month, how the fuck are you gonna protect and provide for your girl?
Man's out here boofing crazy pills. You don't need to be making 10K a month in order to protect your girlfriend. You have absolutely no meat on your bones whatsoever. The only foe you're equipped to handle is if the gingerbread men from Shrek tried to attack your girl, then maybe you could fend them off. But everyone above the age of 18 and weighing more than 100 pounds, it's going to be a tough tussle. And making more than 10K a month doesn't enable you to magically protect her better. If someone's making a ruckus and you're trying to stop whatever's going on, the amount of money you have isn't going to do anything for you. You can't just be like throwing money at it like, get away from her, you scallywag. She's with me and I make more than 10K a month. Here's money. Like throwing it all over the place to get them away. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's just pure delusion. Now, I guess, like, he's not wrong. If you make more money, you can provide more, I suppose. But what the fuck does that have to do with anything? So if you don't make 100K at least a year, break up with your girl.
It's cool that she's sticking with you right now because you're trying to build yourself. But at the same time, if some guy like me comes up and gets in the way, she's gonna choose me over you because I can provide more. In this feast or famine world, women will always pick the best case scenario because they don't want to get hurt. And you being broke as fuck definitely hurts.
What hurts more than being broke is being broke but pretending you're not, like this guy. It's so... I don't know if he actually believes the shit he's selling or if it's only to try and get people to, like, sign up to courses or anything like that. I'm really not sure if he actually, like, loves the smell of his own farts or if it all is an act. I couldn't tell you. Either way, it's to further the goal of making money off the back of desperate people who see this and think that this guy is actually super successful and is trying to give them the secrets to success. It's all just another guru scam, but... I find him particularly entertaining because he's doing the bare minimum. He didn't even bother to invest in his own body to look the part, so he's not in good shape. He didn't bother to even really pretend to have a lot of money aside from that McLaren that he shows from time to time. And he's just saying things that other gurus say. And I don't know if he's actually found real success. I know he has quite a bit of botted engagement that I've seen online, at least as of everything I've been able to research from it. But other than that, I don't know if anyone even believes his act. I would be surprised if they did because he's very bad at it. Also, just to explain why there's driving underneath his video, it's because it's a TikTok thing where everyone needs perpetual stimulation, constant jingling keys, so for any video where it's talking, they play like Subway Surfers or anything engaging a game underneath to keep viewers' attention. It's pathetic. TikTok has absolutely rotted brains where people need like absolute activity at every single moment. They can't just listen to talking on there.
So if you always wonder what dating an entrepreneur looks like, this is what the fuck it looks like. I don't cook, I don't clean, I got whiteboards all over the place. My setup's there, this is like my sanctuary. No one fucks with me here. As far as a fridge, it's pretty fucking awful. So I got beer, Happy Dads, Gatorade, oh dude, Bel Air bottle, champagne. I got these Dunkin' Donut iced coffees, and then for dinner I'll go to the pier and like have dinner. I will never fucking cook. This will never be used. I don't even know why I have a fucking mitt.
And here's the look at the house I mentioned. It's clearly a cozy spot. It's a nice house. It's not a super elaborate house. This is not a mega mansion or anything like that. So if he's a super successful 9-figure guy who loves to flex everything, why would he be living in a house like this? It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't really track. I also love the whole whiteboard thing. He probably watched one video on like, it's important to write down your goals or whatever as an entrepreneur. So he bought like 9 whiteboards and hung them all up and filled them with gibberish nonsense. I tried zooming in on the frame where it focuses on a whiteboard, but I couldn't make it out because his handwriting looks like he wrote it while he was getting hit by an earthquake. So it's completely illegible for the most part. But I'm pretty sure one of them was agility. And he had a check mark next to it, meaning he must have done like agility drills, I suppose. I could be reading it incorrectly, but I'm almost positive it said just agility on one of them. Maybe it's like RuneScape goals and he's like skilling right now, so he's working on agility and he checked it off once he got like a certain amount of XP. I don't know. Very goofy regardless though.
Here's just a couple of signs that your girlfriend might be cheating. Number one is she's not texting you as readily as you've used to.
Easiest way to tell if your girl is cheating is, did she ever find that you bought this guy's course? If she did, she's absolutely cheating. No doubt. And you deserve it. Why the fuck would you buy a course from a guy like this? It's so embarrassing. Like he actually just went to like WikiHow and just started copying articles on like how to tell if your girl is cheating, 7 life hacks for that, and then he just starts regurgitating them here. But anyway, I could go on and on. There's so many embarrassing shorts he's made, but there's no reason to just keep going over it. I just wanted to showcase some of his better ones here and talk about it a little bit. That's about it. See ya. I love TikTok finance gurus. It's this beautiful cornucopia of cringe where they offer some of the worst advice you'll ever hear. Sometimes it's even just blatant to try and make you lose as much money as possible. Other times it's to promote some kind of scam where you pay them for mumbo jumbo. That one always just blows my mind because you are actually failing step 1 of being more financially independent by just wasting money on a guy who is actually just using you as a little piggy bank to exploit by telling you things that you want to hear. Whispering sweet nothings into your ear that are going to do nothing but have you keep paying him so you can keep suckling on his bosom of nonsense. Those always fascinate me. Today I want to focus on an outrageously stupid lesson that a finance guru tried to teach recently. This comes from Grant Cardone, whom I'm not overly familiar with. I've seen a couple of his seminars because he always gets clowned on pretty much any time he opens his mouth. I'll go ahead and show you his most infamous clip from 2 years ago.
If I made $400,000 a year, I would be embarrassed with myself as a husband, a father, basically as a human being. $400,000. How do you make sense of $35,000 a month? You guys haven't done the math. You have not done the math because you cannot live on $400,000 a year.
Probably one of the most out-of-touch statements I've ever heard. That's up there with Ubisoft claiming that their pirate game, Bone of Thieves or something, Bone on the Water, what is it called? Skull and Bones, since they claim that that was the first quadruple A game ever made. Like, it is shocking just how delusional that statement is here from Grant Cardone. Now, I'm not dumb enough to think that he really believes that. This is one of those tough love approaches that a lot of gurus take because for some reason, some desperate men have like a humiliation kink where they want to be like talked down to and belittled. Like, you should be embarrassed as a man if you're not making $400,000 a year. Like, yeah, you're right, Grant, I really should be. Yeah, come on, keep telling me how fucking naughty I am for not making that much money. So he's just going through this grifting where it's like, if you're not making 400 grand a year, you're subhuman, you're a worm, you're pathetic, you make me sick. One of you come up here so I can beat your ass for not making 400 grand actually, please. The shit he's spouting is so over the top that I think it's pretty obvious that he doesn't actually believe any of it. $35,000 a month he claims you can't live off of. The fucking citizens of Narnia would recognize that that's a ton of money to be living off of, and they wouldn't even be familiar with our currency. So the point is, he's just saying the things he thinks people want to hear from this audience in order to try and make money off of them. Now, Grant Cardone made all of his money through real estate. He made an absolute killing, and he's a multi-millionaire now. And so he's changed his target to basically just trying to take advantage of desperate people that are looking to him to try and improve their financial security. But I'll tell you one thing, Grant Cardone is not giving you the tools to improve your financial situation. He's actually just making it worse for you because you're paying him. Like, you are losing money to get nothing in return. There's no value in any of the lessons I've ever seen him teach, especially not the one that I really want to focus on today.
Every 15-year-old kid should be doing this right now. If you're getting an allowance of $300 a month, buy a piece of real estate that pays you $30 a month. Only use the 30, don't touch the 300.
But how would a young, normal person get money?
Allowance, side jobs, side hustles. I was 14 years old. I was working every weekend. I was mowing lawns, doing whatever I could to get some extra money.
Hey, pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town? It's actually impressive just how much dog shit he was able to fit in only 20 seconds. That is an achievement, that he was able to drivel out so much trash in only 20 seconds. There's like a million things you can point out as being just blatantly wrong here. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's perform a little colonoscopy on this. $300 a month allowance grant. Do you think that's normal? Do you think that that's the normal allowance that a child would get from their family? That is an absurdly high allowance. At that point, your family's already pretty well off. If you're getting $300 a month as a 15-year-old, why don't you just call over your butler Jeeves and ask him to grab a couple gold bricks out of the family safe? Then you've already succeeded as a millionaire. You don't even need Grant Cardone's advice on how to accomplish it. That is so fucking stupid as a number to be throwing around. But even setting aside that unrealistic pipe dream of an allowance as a 15-year-old at $300 a month, let's just say somehow you had that. Grant, as a 15-year-old, how are you going to start investing in real estate with $300 a month? You're never going to get approved for a loan as a 15-year-old that is getting $300 a month as an allowance. It's not even tied to a fucking job. So good luck finding any reputable place that's going to give you a loan for real estate. You are also 15 years old, so you can't even legally purchase real estate without someone co-signing with you. And $300 a month isn't a lot to start looking for real property. That's at best maybe like a $45,000 property that you could maybe get access to under the most unrealistic of circumstances. You're better off finding the Lucky Charms mascot's pot of gold than you are finding a house, any property at all, for $45,000 in America right now with the way the housing market is. That just doesn't fucking exist. But you know what? We'll continue to inhabit this ninth dimensional fucking wonderland that Grant Cardone's brain seems to be trapped in. Let's say you found it. You're not getting a loan. At $300 a month, you're going to have to do a down payment on this property, and that down payment's probably going to be multiple thousands of dollars, which you're not going to have from the $300 a month unless you had already previously saved up for a couple of years beforehand to afford this down payment. You can't do this. It's impossible. It's actually impossible. And Grant Cardone is a real estate multimillionaire. He knows this, but he thinks everyone that follows him is a stupid fucking bumbling Neanderthal. And he might be right, I guess, if anyone actually thinks this is legitimate advice that he spouts out of his fucking mouth. This is so foul. It's so wrong. It's unbelievable. I also hate that so many kids see this, and I bet there's a not small number of them that actually think this is what they should be doing, being told that this is what every kid needs to do in order to make money. And maybe one day down the road, against all the odds, a 15-year-old does actually succeed and become a landlord. My heart breaks whatever family has to deal with that nightmare, that hell. In between tilted tower drops on Fortnite and playing Roblox with the squad, he then goes and collects money from his tenants. Oh, God, that's so miserable to even think is a possibility. But in Grant's world, he thinks that's what kids should be doing. It's actually incredible how often the financial guru advice boils down to step 1, start rich, or step 1, don't be poor. And he's even brainwashed his own daughter. Like, she does some videos on his TikTok page, and I'm not here to, like, insult her or anything. It's definitely not her fault. She's, like, 15 years old. But her father has really convinced her that this is like a normal thing that every kid has access to. So she posted a video about how she's going to be a millionaire before she's 20 and gave advice to kids her own age on how to accomplish a similar feat.
I'm gonna be a millionaire before I'm 20, and this is how. I work for my dad's company. I have a contract with them and I get paid every month. That money then goes into real estate where I get some passive income I get to go spend.
I'm just going to stop it right there because the entire tutorial is I work for my dad's company. That's how I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 20. And it's not like she really works for the company. She gets an allowance from her father, which is like 50 grand a year, at least according to TikTok, where he's giving her like bonuses based on performance of TikTok videos. So the advice is literally be born to a rich family. Like, that's not something most people can follow. 99% of the population is going to fail step one there because they literally can't just work for their dad's multi-million-dollar company. It's not feasible. And yet, this entire page, Grant Cardone's entire online career is built around selling this kind of nonsensical idea. Oh, it's so easy, everyone can be rich, just give me money and I'll unlock the secrets for you. And then the secret is basically, hey, don't be poor. Invest in real estate at 15 years old with your $300 a month allowance. What, you guys weren't doing that already? It's so easy, come on. But anyway, I just wanted to shoot some spitballs at Grant Cardone a little bit here today. That's really about it. See ya.